Alright, what's up everybody? Coming from the live stream, this is Shadow Wolf Gaming, and I'm just here to kind of leave my thoughts and review of Wars Republic Commando as in retrospect and what it means to us, right? So, for those of you who don't know what Wars Republic Commando is, if you're a fan of Star Wars, this will be a nice one for you. This one's a treat of a game. If you enjoyed the Clone Wars, either the 2003 animated Genndy Tartakovsky series, or Star Wars The Clone Wars, the 3D animated series that came out in like the 2010s, and of course, you know, The Bad Batch, The Mandalorian, any of that new Star Wars media, this is for you. Because this is around the era of the Clone Wars, where you playing as one of these guys, the Commandos. And for the multiplayer back then, this was like back on the original Xbox. This was back on 2003. So as you can see, the graphics are a little outdated, especially since I'm playing this on the Xbox One. So things look a little bit more blocky, so to speak. But in short, what is Star Wars Republic Commando? It's a single-player game nowadays. Like, now it's a single-player game, where you play as 4 of these commandos, and you're the squad lead, Delta 38. And you go through all these different areas throughout the Clone Wars timeline. Like, from day 1, you start off born, fresh baby clone out of the pod, straight to the front lines of Geonosis, all the way up to the Battle of Kashyyyk. That's the main plot line of Star Wars Republic Commando. The gameplay is really cool because you get to tell each member of your team what to do, where to go, and how to do it. This was revolutionary at the time. Gameplay-wise, it shows its age a lot, but what's something unique about it is the blaster mechanic, where you get to use either that main DC-17M, M standing for modular, where you can switch it between the sniper rifle, the grenade launcher, the assault rifle, and whatever weapon you find on the battlefield, which is really cool. And so 406207, you don't have 38 here, but this one though, the Snidop skin, is a reference to one of the other teams that existed in not the comic books, in the novelization of the games, where you get to meet Omega. I think it was Omega Squad? I'm pretty sure it was Omega Squad. I always like the Recon skin. But you don't get to wear Boss's outfit, which is sad, but it's okay. So, yeah. What did I think about the game? Growing up, I loved this game so much because I couldn't get enough of the Clone Wars. Like, as much as everyone loved the Jedi and the Sith storylines of Star Wars, I was always a fan of the Stormtroopers and the Clone Troopers. And this was the best way to experience the Clone Trooper experience because you are the boots on the ground. Battlefront was fun, but it was more chaotic and it was a lot more of a multiplayer focus compared to this one. Like, this one did have a multiplayer experience, but I never got to check it out. But this is what my commando would have looked like had I had a chance to play it back then. Yeah, I definitely would have played as a recon commando. Because the way the commandos were is they were behind enemy lines, whereas the ARC troopers were shock and awe troopers. These guys are behind enemies. You know, they help put that foothold and helped us advance further on. So as you can see, campaign map. Huh. Oh, there we go. So as you can see, there's all the different levels available to you. Yeah. So for everyone who's looking into this game, if you want to play the remaster, it is available on PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. For us on Xbox, we do have it available as backwards compatible, and on Steam, it does still exist in the Steam store. If you do want to check it out, it is worth checking out. There are mods that do exist to help enhance the game on PC, so that way it's a little bit more updated, but it's still going to hold a lot of the bugs that are in it. Is this a must-play Star Wars game? I'd say so. Because this really puts you into the experience and puts you into the mindset of what it's like to be one of the clone troopers, to be behind the enemy lines. And the team went above and beyond to give us that experience. Now, I'm gonna start a different recording to just go over all of these bonus featurettes that are added to the game. Because when you play through the game, and as you progress, you actually unlock the rest of these. And that just makes it that much more worth it. And you can play the game on easy, too, to get your way across, to unlock any of these. Because you get to see all of the art that the game offers, how they made the audio, how they made the movements, like the motion capture, and how they got the voice for the main character, for you, the player, in the game. If you think Master Chief had a pretty cool voice, I mean, imagine having the voice of Jango Fett in your ear as well, right? So yeah, if you guys want to see any of that, please do check out the game. If we can get more traction for this game, especially since EA and Ubisoft now have control, as well as many other game dev IPs do have control. Like, we got Star Wars Outlaws coming out, we got a new Knights of the Old Republic, I think, something like that. If we can get something like this, some traction and some attention, I genuinely believe that we can probably get a new iteration of this. Especially since we just had Star Wars The Bad Batch, and Star Wars The Clone War, like, the Clone Wars, like the final season, like, since we got that to come out too. We need to let it be known, like, hey, give us this grounded story. Give us this story of just the troops from that perspective. We do get a lot of the more fantasy that's offered with the story of the Jedi and the Sith, but we want some more of that grounded, gritty story. Like, we want that grit back into what made these games good, what made these games fun. Where in Republic Commando, we are the boots on the ground. And as an extension, Star Wars Bounty Hunter is another game that really deserves a little bit more recognition too. But that's all I have to say about Republic Commando. It's a fun experience. You can probably get it for you can get it on a sale, and it'll be worth it. Like, I've spent hours on this game growing up. Like, at least I've played this game front to back, every level, and I still remember the cheat codes, like I said. So yeah, if you do want to play this game, do consider it, put it on your wish list, and check it out. If you guys ever do get a chance to play it, come back to this video and tell me what you thought about it, what you thought about the experience. Or if you watch the streams and you basically watch the Let's Play with us, tell us what you thought about it. What more would you like to see out of the Commando stories? And if you were to be if you were to be a clone Commando, what would your RC number be? Let me know in the comment section below. And I'm gonna end the recording here, and I'll start a new one, so that way I could go over all the extras. So if you want to see that, you guys know what to do.